Hi, this is Everett, Everett's Watercolors. Welcome to Simply Drawing with Everett. Now today I'm going to do another drawing, and that's something, again, something a little bit different, but something that I've always enjoyed doing a long time ago and still enjoy doing today. And it's in the area of mechanical drawing. When I was in college, one semester I took a semester, I did a drawing class of mechanical drawing. And it has something that has carried me through a lot of times making drawings on my own. It gave me a lot more appreciation for how to get the precise and exact measurements and so forth. But it was very instructive on how to get a complete picture of any object in order to redesign it or construct it or whatever. So mechanical drawing is another very good exercise. And you can look up on the internet other examples of mechanical drawings. They're very interesting. So let me go to my drawing table and let me get started. Okay. Well, I really found this little object here. And you can see the shape of it and so forth. It's three-dimensional. But that'd be something hard to draw in 3D. Well, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to show you how I do it another way also. So that's what if you look at all the angles and so forth, I took a photograph of it, which, for references. You can see it's got a base to it, and it's got a structure in the top and on the sides. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that and show you also how I do it on the mechanical drawing part, what a mechanical drawing means, okay? Very important concept. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw sort of what I see here in front of me. I'm going to draw the pictorial, they call it pictorial view, and so forth. And so I'm going to start just like it is in the photograph. I'm going to start out with this corner over here, and start with a vertical line, this corner, and then it slants off in this direction. And now I'm looking at the dimensions now of the body. Phone call here I try to pick up. Here we go. Come down here to this side, and then I've got a little section here. So I'm going to do a real quick sketch here. It's really just quick. I'm not going to do it precise. I'm just going to get an idea what a pictorial view is. So I'm drawing this section in here, and it comes out. And this lines up here over here, this side, and this part comes out, and it goes up. That's the front of it, like that. And this little section comes in here. So this side and this side are parallel. Then this comes down like this. Okay, that's the inside of it. Then this just slants back here, and you see the body of it now. It starts here and goes up. And it starts over in this corner, be right here. It's kind of rounded. It's got like a rounded shape to it. Then at the top it's straight, and it curves down. This section there is a little bit wider at the base here, a little bit wider. And then it slants up, and it curves also. And this continues on behind. Okay. All right, so that's kind of the pictorial view. Now, I've got to draw a little bit darker. Okay, so let me go ahead and put in the darker marks. The back side here. So I'm going to go ahead and darken the drawing now. This is kind of the way I started. That's the front. This goes behind. There's this curved section here in the top. And it goes back and it slants up a little bit. And start at the top. I'm not going to put this little knob on the top, but there's a little hole here that's in the top of this. So I'm going to indicate that. Okay? All right. So that's pictorially, that's what it looks like. Okay, if you look at the object at that angle, that's what it looks like. Okay, that's the pictorial view. Pictorial. That's like a three-dimensional side view, which is what I like to draw anyway. That's my way I draw things from the side. Okay, but now mechanical drawing, we start with a right side or a side view. Oh no, excuse me. We start with the front view, which I'll be looking at it straight ahead like this. Be looking at it straight ahead. And what I'm going to see there, I'm going to see the base. Let's put the base in. I'm going to see the base, and it's just wide. So here I get the dimension of the base. This is what you do. You actually have a real dimension, and then these little sections here is like that. And then as I go back, there's a curved portion in the background, in the back. And the base is a little bit wider than that front section there. And at the top is that little hole. Top. And let's see, I got this one a little bit too. I have to erase that out there. That one line, a little too short. Okay, and I can darken this in. So when I'm looking at it from the front, I see this, and I can write the dimensions down to get the precise location. Looking at it in this direction, it gives me the width, the height, and the actual dimensions. All right, so this is the front. I call the front view. Okay, let me bring that up to you now. Let me bring that up. Okay, so that's the front view, looking at that head on. That's what I see. Okay, then I come down here and I'm going to do. Now I'm going to turn it. I'm going to turn it now 90 degrees. I'm going to look at the side. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm going to look down. So I'm going to look down at it. Let's see if I'm pointing this in the right camera here now. All I'm going to see is the top like this. I'm going to be looking down from the top straight down, okay? And that's the view I have. So now I'm going to look down at it, and I get this. Now I come down here, I get the same width down here. Here I get the width, and here I'm going to get the length, which is the other dimension. And this is basically a square, so it'll come out. I haven't measured it. I haven't measured this thing precisely, but I'm going ahead and estimate it's a square. And then I see this section here, and there's another section over here. Okay, and there's this piece in the middle, just about like that. And then this top part goes about right here, and it also goes down. Now, there's also what I should. If I'm going to show a hole now, looking at this way, I would do some dotted lines. That shows that there's a hole, which corresponds to this. If I look down this way, this is where the hole is located, right here, and that's the location of it, looking down. So let me darken this in. This is the dimensions of the side. This is the back. This is the front. Looking down on it, looking down. Then looking at the top, I see this section here. And then looking down, I see the top of this curved spot. And I can't see the hole, but I know there's a hole here, and so I'm going to put dotted lines there. Okay. All right. So that's what it looks like looking down on the down. So this is the top view. So now I got a front and a top view looking downward on it. So I got the sides, this part here, and I've got this little curved spot, and it's got a hole because I showed the dotted lines. I showed the dotted lines on that. Okay, so that's the top view. Okay, now I got one more view to put on. That's the side view. So what I do now is I take it and I turn it to the side. I'll turn it this way. Just like it is here. I'll just turn it to the side. Now I'm looking at the side view. look at the side view. So now I get those dimensions. So I go over here, and I can come across here, and I get the width, I get the thickness of it, because I have the view here. And it's going to come down. And then I've got the location of this section here. It's going to have a, now when I can show that, I shouldn't show it as a solid line, because looking at the side it's going to look solid, but I have to put a dotted line here because it's going to show that there's a it's not solid. That dotted line means that I've got this section here, it's open. Okay, now this section here goes straight up. This curved section. How high? Here's the height over here. And the width, I can follow it down here. If I know what the width is, it's right here. I could follow it that way. And then it doesn't go, the back of it doesn't come straight down. It has a curve to it in the back. And then I go across here as a hole. So on the side view, it's going to be hidden. So this would be a dotted line. I'll erase a little bit of that again. Dotted line. Dotted line. Okay? And this would be the side view. Okay? Let me darken that one in. So this would be solid along here. On the side. I'm looking at the side right here. There's the side. This would be, this dotted line shows that there's something in the middle. It's empty. This is straight up and down on the front edge. The height is over here. The thickness now has a curve. That's important, what it looks like on the side. And then there's a hole here in this center of the top of this thing, which shows the side. A side, front, and top. Okay, let me bring that up. So now I'm taking this view here from the side, looking at it from the side, and I see the dimension with the dotted line because it shows an open space in here. This side is straight. There's a curve in the background, a curve in the back side, and there's a hole in the top up here. Okay. So this is the pictorial view. Down here they call this orthographic. Let me write that down. Or third angle. Projection. That's the official type of drawing this is. An orthographic third angle projection. Okay, so that I can identify from this picture here by drawing the front view, looking at it straight on. The side view, looking up from the side, and then the top view, looking downward on it. I get the top view, and I can get all the measurements depending on which way I'm looking at it, and I can produce this. I could manufacture this if I know all that information. Okay, so that's why it's precise mechanical drawing in order to do something like that. So I wanted to show this today. This is taking something pretty simple that looks simple, but then breaking it down into a less complex nature. And I also showed the pictorial view up here at the top. I just put the thing down on the table and drew what I saw up here, which is what we normally do. The pictorial view up here. Then I broke it down into 3 different sides. So that concludes my drawing today. So let's go back to my main camera. Hey, now that was a lot of fun. But it takes me back to my college days because I really enjoyed that. I mean, it was such a I don't know, I just really enjoy drawing detail that way sometimes. I don't do a lot of detail anymore. I mean, I can be pretty accurate on my drawings, but I don't go into a lot of detail, exactly the measurement and how far away. But for manufacturing, if you were manufacturing an item like this, you need to know the precise measurements. Okay, if you wanted to give someone the actual width and thickness and height, you need a 3-dimensional projection of a particular object. And that's how they're done. And there are other ways to do it. You can go onto the internet and you can look at mechanical drawings. There are all kinds of different ones. Some of them are pretty complex, especially when into some of the machinery, and especially aircraft, my goodness, or any kind of weapon system. They're going to have lots of detailed three-dimensional drawings. And that's not what I'm trying to show here. I'm just trying to show you a simple item that may have a three-dimension to it, top side and front view, and then be able to draw it from that either angle, but also to get it from one specific angle. So that concludes my drawing today, and I hope a little bit of exercise and maybe a little education on mechanical drawing. I enjoyed it. It really is a lot of fun. Okay, so I'll be back again next week with another drawing demonstration on Simply Drawing with Everett. I hope you'll join me. And I also have Everett's Watercolors watercolor demonstration. And on the weekends I do Anyone Can Draw with One Line Only. So if you're subscribed to this channel, you'll be notified of all those videos next week. And there's I got over 900 views, 900 videos on my YouTube channel. And you can enjoy watching them all, or what you want to see. Okay, so you all stay safe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.